Hello everyone, this quick hit is about more specifics about your base company informative speech. After this quick hit, I should have answered every question that you possibly have, but if I did not, once again, just send me an email or I would rather you post it on the informative speech discussion board so that all of your classmates can see so we can help out the entire class as somebody else might have the same question that you might have. So you may be asking yourself, how should I craft this speech? First things first, your speech will have three main points. So the speech setup will start with your introduction. Remember the quick hit I posted about AGD, so you're selecting an AGD. You're starting with an AGD, an introduction. Then you're leading into your very first main paragraph or your very first main idea. And then after you're done with that, you'll go into your second main idea, and after that, your third main idea. I'm going to tell you what the main idea general structure is. And like I mentioned in the previous quick hit, your first main idea should be about the organizational structure and culture of your base company. So organizational hierarchy, table of organization, things of that nature. Your second main idea should be the forms of communication. So you're analyzing upward, downward, horizontal communication, external communication happening in and around the company. And the third main idea should be the strengths and weaknesses of that company or corporation. You're identifying any strengths, and then you're identifying any weaknesses, and then you're telling me how they can improve on the weaknesses of their communication, or the weaknesses of communication for that company. So I've basically given you what it is that you're giving a speech about. Your job now is to go research this information for your first main idea, organizational culture and structure, second main idea, forms of communication, and third main idea, the strengths of this company or the weaknesses of this company and how they can improve upon those weaknesses. For the PowerPoint, keep this in mind. Students often ask, Mr. Sean, I don't know how to do a PowerPoint through an online class. And once again, do not take this to be mean, but you chose the option of an online class. We have to do the same things that face-to-face classes do, and face-to-face classes are required to do a PowerPoint as well. It is 100% possible to do a PowerPoint. Just be creative. Think outside the box. The one thing you cannot do is just have the PowerPoint on your laptop and then just point the arrow keys from your laptop. That would result in no points. That would result in a 0 for the PowerPoint section of your speech. I will be honest, what most students have done in the past is they have some cables sitting at home and they find a way to connect their PowerPoint or their laptop to their flat screen TV, to their TV. So the PowerPoint is being shown on the TV, and that's mimicking how a PowerPoint would be in a classroom. So it's definitely possible for this to occur. It's up to you to think outside the box on how this should happen. The PowerPoint should definitely be seen while you're speaking. This isn't a speech where you could just give the speech and then at the end say, here's my PowerPoint. That's not how PowerPoints work. PowerPoints or Prezis are embedded throughout the speech, so this should be embedded throughout your speech, used throughout the speech, and it should be able to be seen. I should be able to see every single word on the PowerPoint. So as I said before, I must be able to see it, I must be able to read it, and if not, then you just will get a 0 for that portion of the speech. You want to use as many slides as needed. Students often ask, Mr. Sean, how many slides do we need to have? And the answer to that is, I can't tell you. The answer to that is, I don't know. Why don't I know? Because how public speaking and PowerPoints work is this. You have as many slides as necessary to get the information that you want the audience to have. So your speech might call for 4 to 5 slides. So if it does, then you only need 4 to 5 slides. But sometimes our speeches only call for 2 slides or 3 slides. Sometimes we give speeches that call for 10 or 12 slides. It's just up to you and up to the information that you're telling us. I would stick to the template in Microsoft if you're using PowerPoint. Try not to deviate from that. I'm okay with you using Prezi. In the business world, when you give your presentations, you probably want to stick away from Prezi. It can be a bit busy. for business and professionalism. So you just want to be aware of that, but it's totally okay for this speech. Stay consistent on your PowerPoint for your color, the font, the size of the heading, the size of the font in the body, and be brief. Your entire speech should not be on your PowerPoint. As I mentioned in the previous quick hit, your dress for your speech, I expect professional dress. I mean, the title of this class is called Business and Professional. I'm okay with business casual, though. However, this could be a dress rehearsal for you to practice getting up in front of a group of people to give a speech at a corporation. So I would consider this to be almost like a dress rehearsal that you're practicing for the dream job that you want. However, you should not be wearing jeans, t-shirts, shorts, hats, tank tops, crop tops. Any of those things should not be worn. So this is how you'll be assessed. I'm going to upload the critique sheet to D2L. There's going to be an entire folder in the content tab called Informative Speech Information, and I'll upload this PowerPoint or this presentation, a PDF of this presentation, a PDF of quick hit number 1 dealing with the informative speech. I will upload a critique sheet that I'm going to use just for your convenience, and I will also upload a copy of the outline. So you'll have all that information in that particular file folder. But how you'll be graded is this. It's an 80-20 scale. 80% will be about the speech, and 20% will be the PowerPoint presentation. So when you're looking at the entirety of the presentation, keep in mind, 80% of your grade is about the presentation itself. 20% of your grade is about how well you put together a PowerPoint, or for some people, did you even have a PowerPoint? 4 general areas will be looked at in the grading process, in the assessment process. That includes the introduction, the body, the conclusion, and your speaking style. As per the course syllabus, 5 audience members must be seen in the video. They must be seen while you're giving your speech. So what does that mean? That means you have to set up your camera accordingly so that I see all 5 audience members plus you giving the speech. You are not to show the audience members and then put the camera on you. That's not how this works. How it works is I would have the camera in the back, my audience members sitting behind the camera, and then you up at the front. Or you can have the camera to the side, and that way it shows both you and the audience member and the PowerPoint as well. Students always ask, how do we get this to you, Professor Stewart? And my response is, the easiest way is to probably upload your video to YouTube and then put the YouTube link into the Dropbox. However, there are a multitude of platforms that you can use. You just need to be aware, if I can't open the video for whatever reason, then it's an automatic 0. The easiest way here is to upload it to YouTube. However, you want to make sure that it's not on private. It needs to be public so that I can view the video. And the due date has not changed. We stuck to the course calendar very well this entire semester. So the due date is Tuesday, November 21st at 11:59 p.m. That is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, before the Thanksgiving holidays for Lone Star College. If you have any questions about the informative speech, once again, utilize the informative speech discussion board. As I said before, your speech should be 5 to 7 minutes long, and 5 orally cited sources must be included in the speech. Once again, this is all the information that you need, but if you have more questions, please upload it to the discussion board so that I can answer it not only for you, but for the entire class.